Alright, this is kind of incredible.
Amazing.
Alright, so before we even introduce yourselves, can you guys give yourself a round of applause? It is beautiful to see people who find themselves at the intersection of this culture. My name is Marcus Wolfe, known as the Wolf's Den. I'm here with
Victoria Johnson at Miss Old School.
We are the hosts of the Nerds of Hip Hop podcast. Drops every month, and we talk about all the nerd stuff. So if you want to talk about Kunihiko Ikuhara, you want to talk about Gone, you want to talk about Big Crit's next mixtape, this is the place for you. We thought this would be a place for us to expand our platform and talk with people who live at the intersection of culture. We're fans. Our other people here are people who will create and talk about the culture in a more meaningful way than we can ever do. So we're going to introduce our wonderful, wonderful panelists. Right here beside me, one of the greatest Detroit MCs right now, from Clear Soul Forces. We got Noveliss the microphone Hokage. Next to him, we got Valerie Complex, crazy writer, been on IGN, Nerdist, GameSpot, and true. Her resume is beyond our comparison. We're grateful to have her here. Give her a round of applause. And at the end of our table, we got none other than Stephane Metayer, and for those who know, the creator of Tephlon Funk. Give her a round of applause. What's this panel going to be like, as opposed to trying to give this historical representation of everything that's happened? We're going to give you a little bit of that. We want to have people talk about how they cross their identities between these worlds. So, our first opening question for these wonderful guests. Tell us how you first fell in love with anime, and then how you fell in love with hip hop.
Alright, first fell in love with anime. I think, like a lot of people my age, my first anime was Dragon Ball. They used to, when I was a kid, my mom, I didn't have my dad around, so my mom would drop us off at my grandma's like super early, like 5 in the morning, and they used to show Dragon Ball like on random syndication in Detroit, and that's how I started watching Dragon Ball. And I got into hip hop. My cousin Jason used to babysit me and my brother. I used to steal his tapes, and the first rap album I listened to all the way through was it was written by Nas. And I stole it, and I never gave it back.
What about you, Valerie?
Well, my story is a little complicated because the very first anime I saw was La Blue Girl, and it wasn't my fault. I was getting into to anime, and someone was educating me, and they were like, "Hey, you should watch this. This is a good start." I think they really just didn't like me and wanted me to. So I watched it, and I was like, "Wow, this is demonic. I don't think I should be watching this." And then once I realized that that's not what all anime was about, I saw one that really sort of changed my perspective, and I'm kind of dating myself a little bit, but it was called 8 Man After. And it was one that really impacted me because it was the first time that I had saw a black character in an anime, because I didn't know black people were in that at the time. So as far as hip hop, my cousin used to be a DJ. And he used to have all types of records there and everything. And one of my first hip hop albums I remember hearing was the Kumo D. I'm dating myself again. It was a Kumo D record that he was spinning at a house party that I shouldn't have been at. That's sort of my intersection, if you can say that.
What up for you, Samurai?
Yeah, my first anime was Sailor Moon. I have a lot of sisters and cousins that are but the anime that really changed my perspective was Guyver. I realized, yeah, this is some real shit. As far as hip hop goes, I would say what was my first song? I think it was Run DMC, You Talk Too Much. Yeah. But I was not listening to hip hop as a kid, so I mean, only a couple songs. So I'm kind of like off hip hop as a kid. I mostly listened to Haitian music. That was about it.
So, you guys have different origin stories for each of your loves. When did you kind of start seeing these kind of bleed into one another? Like, when was the first time you started realizing that these are not different parts of your life, they're all coming together?
Samurai Champloo. When I was in high school, I might have been like a freshman in high school, I think, and they were showing Samurai Champloo on Toonami on Adult Swim, and I just remember obviously Noveliss is my favorite producer of all time, and he did the soundtrack for Champloo with Fat John, and it was like really some of the most amazing shit ever, like to see anime and hip hop, and that was the first time that I saw that they really do go together, and it wasn't a fluke, you know what I'm saying, that they both impacted me so much. So Samurai Champloo was the first time I noticed that these two worlds do belong together.
And you, Valerie?
I wouldn't say it's technically an anime. When I realized that hip hop and anime could mix, it was kind of when Toonami was out, when it came out back in the 90s, when they started going hard with Dragon Ball Z, and they started doing the promos with the hip hop. And that's when I realized that's a good match. I was like, holy shit, this is dope as fuck. Like, I fucks with it. Oh, I'm sorry.
What was the question again? I'm sorry, ask me.
When did you first see the two come together?
God, I'm trying to be careful with this answer. When I started getting paid to make it come together. I know it's a horrible answer, but okay, I'm trying to be careful again. So, you know, some outlets are, they're not really well versed on how well connected music and animation can be. So sometimes they find people like me who sort of, you know, who has experience with that topic. And so it required me to do a lot of research to write some of the articles I had to write. One of them mainly being, you know, finding characters of color or characters, black characters that are connected to music. I did it, one of my first articles was on that. And that's how I discovered that there was like this whole world of hip hop and anime that went together, including Samurai Champloo and Afro Samurai was big at the time. There are a few others that are leaving me. A lot of them are older. I remember, I guess why I mentioned 8 Men After is because I remember a scene that had hip hop in it, and one of the kids was dancing to it. One of the darker skinned characters was dancing to it, and I thought that was really interesting. That's the best answer I could come. I'm sorry.
No.
Great. So now we mentioned like a few, like Samurai Champloo, Afro Samurai. What do you think is the best one that like was able to bring both of them together?
Samurai Champloo. But Afro Samurai was dope. They did a good job with it. Even a show like Cowboy Bebop with just like the heavy jazz, you know, the seatbelts, like that's one of the best anime soundtracks ever to me. But I just think Samurai Champloo did an amazing job at it because they just went so heavy into it. Like even the episode where my man is like beatboxing for the guy, you know, and he sucks, but he's like he's not the beatboxer, but the guy who he had him basically just kind of being his hype man so he could get his legacy together, but he was trash.
But it was sort of like a mic.
Yeah, you know, and he had the little mic, and that was even the characters like moving, breakdancing, and you know, this fighting style, and it's like it had more elements in hip hop than just the music in the show, and I think that's what made it so good.
Anyone have any conflicting choices?
When Toonami first came out 20 years ago, same answer, but when they were doing all those promo ads, they're showing skateboarders and they're playing hip hop in the background. Yeah, you're right, it's 97, right? Like March 97. Yeah, so when they started doing those promos and they started showing people like, they were the skateboarders, they used to do a lot of body with the skateboards, but they used to mix it with the hip hop, and when they started adding the Dragon Ball Z, like I said, with the promos, that's when I realized, wow, this is like, oh wow, like, I never seen anything like that in my life. Like, it blew my 11-year-old mind. Like, I never seen anything like that before. So this is the way they meshed it together. Obviously, Champloo. You know, I'm gonna say Champloo because Fat John, that's my boy right there, and I talk to him all the time. So Mo's gonna say that too. So, but I would say as far as like what really impacted me, and I realized if it really mixed was when I saw Toonami doing those promos on Cartoon Network back in '97.
It was.
I guess I'll go and I'll say Afro Samurai only because I mean, you know, the RZA and anything and anybody from the Wu-Tang that does, I mean, the Wu-Tang is hip hop. So when you have him sort of mixing that with you know, with the black experience and violence, it just sort of really went. It was like a perfect symbiotic relationship. I'm feeling emotional because I really love Afro Samurai. No, I'm just kidding. But I love it. But it was an emotional experience because the ability to see someone who sort of looks like you being a hero, and with the music that you grew up with, it was a big impact on the anime world in general, not just me. So.
And I feel like we've talked a lot about having anime influenced by hip hop, but however, have you guys seen any hip hop artists influenced by anime? Obviously, we have Noveliss series, like prime example #1, but do you remember seeing anything like that?
Any bars that come to mind? What do you think the rappers who drop some of the dopest anime references?
I don't know if I can speak on that, but what I can say is I see this shit is becoming so big now that people are like becoming fake nerds. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this is our shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, so what you see is you'll see like a rapper drop something on SoundCloud, and the art for it will be something that is like very anime inspired, and the song won't have anything to do with it, the music won't have anything to do with it. So people are definitely it's becoming a wave, and people are, people look to hop on whatever wave they want, but it's becoming so important and big now that other people are trying to catch on to it. So I see more of that.
What other two? Any other bars coming to mind?
I know Kanye West has done a few things and that made a few references. Frank Ocean I'm not surprised that he's made a few references. Frank Ocean is a big Dragon Ball Z and Inuyasha fan, in case you didn't know that. But I kind of agree with what he was saying. It's just now becoming mainstream, which I kind of resent, because I took a lot of shit growing up from and with people saying that I wanted to be white and that it was the devil's cartoons and I got all kinds of stuff. But now that it's mainstream, it's like, yeah, rappers and getting away with stuff. And I'm like, wow, they didn't, for them it didn't come with the trauma that I had to deal with growing up. And the shit that I still get in my 30s for watching cartoons, as people say. I know it's called anime, but I correct them. And then it turns into, fist fights. No, I'm just kidding. The things of that nature. So when you say, I don't know about calling fake nerds, but it's a good point. It's like there's a whole world of different things that come with being a fan of this specific genre that a lot of people, don't deal with because now they've just caught on to Naruto and now they feel like they're experts because they've watched all 200 episodes and now they know what kawaii means. And yeah, so I kind of resent that. I'm sorry, that was just like a rant. I have been holding it for a while.
As far as lyrics goes and like hip hop and anime, though, I mean, this, I don't know the beginning of it, but it's one that Joey Badass said. Got Dragon Balls like my name was Vegeta. That's what comes to my head. And I mean, me growing up as a kid, my cousin and my uncle, they didn't like me watching anime. I used to buy the fan subs, you know, from the you know, like those what was those? Those like little novelty stores they used to have back in the days, and some of them were owned by the Koreans or whatever. And you used to go to, or sometimes you gotta go to Chinatown. I'm talking about the late '90s, early 2000s. That's what I'm talking about. And like, my uncle was trying to ban me from watching, you know, DBZ. He's like, oh no, you can't watch Dragon Z Ball. You can't do that. So he would like, you know, he would break my little 14-year-old heart, you know, and like I used to get hurt for that. Like the girls in the neighborhood used to give me wedges and all that type of stuff. So it's like I'm so happy like when I see that it's popular now. Like yeah, like I really lived that. I was about that nerd life. Like I got jumped by girls all the time. Yo.
Yeah, like I just to piggyback off of what they said, like
they literally pinned me down and they like pulled my balls and whipped it out. Like I got jumped by girls so many times, yo. Like I'm not afraid to say that though. That's how I know women are strong. Like, shout out to my older sister.
I mean, but basically, like, this shit wasn't cool when I was growing up, you know? So, I have one friend that likes anime, that is my best friend, and he's here right now. And, it's like, when I was growing up, I played sports. I played basketball in college, I played basketball in high school, and I just spent all my time going to practice and going home watching anime shit. You know, none of my friends liked it. They thought I was weird. They called me white, you know, same stuff. And it's like, now it's cool, you know what I'm saying? So seeing people try to take advantage of it is bullshit.
Show of hands, how many people feel the same way?
It's interesting because I think I'm probably a little bit younger than most of y'all. So when I think about my genesis of the both worlds melding together, I think of 05, late registration, Kanye brings out Lupe. And the bar, Lupe still at Lupe the Third, like my entire eyes open. And it's like, I didn't even want to keep the panel going without mentioning that, because I think that bar, what Lupe represents in a sense for a lot of this, probably making it more mainstream than it should be, from the conversation we're having, we have to give Lupe some equal credit in that conversation as well. So, you guys have talked about how it happened and why you love both of them and when you started seeing those things come together. What made each of you choose to bring these things together? And I think that's a little bit different from just it happening.
And that's a good question. I've answered every question first so far, but I'm going to answer this one last.
I mean, anime and hip hop have a lot of, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Having the brain for it. They have a lot of relation with each other, like as far as struggle goes. You know, everybody knows about that struggle. Like Naruto want to be the strongest, Goku want to be the strongest. Fu wants to find her father. Like everyone understands that stuff. It's just typical stuff. So people can correlate that with hip hop. That's why people like it so much.
My choice. I think I chose to continue with anime because there have been times where I've fallen off or whatever, but because I feel like people of color and me being a black woman, we need to carve out a space in the fandom to let people know, yes, we like anime too. We create it, we talk about it, we make content around it. And so it was important for me to be loud and vocal about that, hey, I'm an anime fan and I'm experienced and I can write about it. Because, people, for some reason, people are still shocked that I like anime and that I know so much. Maybe part of it might be because I'm female. I mean, I really don't know. But I think my choice is because I want to see the playing field leveled. And I want more people to, experience how much fun it can be when, you're not getting attacked up for your opinion online or whatever. Because anime is fun. Some stuff. It's fun. And I want other people to know and experience that. And I want people of color to know and experience that it's, not the devil. You just don't understand how I used to hear that growing up. Like, I'm 35 years old, and I know I don't look it, but I grew up in a time where I was getting anime from basements, in Chinatown when all those buildings were abandoned, in like 1991 and stuff. And it was just a different time. Like, I grew up in the Bronx. Nobody was watching anime. Nobody was doing and watching what I was watching, and it brings people together. I got all my friends into anime, and now they annoy me with stuff. So I think it just, I do it because it brings people together, and there's my hallmarky response.
I think I made the choice to merge the two things together when I decided that I wanted to be myself, in my music. I think one thing that everybody does when you first start out doing music is you kind of try to emulate somebody else. And I think when I realized that I just wanted to be myself and put myself in my music, that's when it started to happen. And I didn't have to try, it just happened organically.
So, okay, what would be your dream anime collab with a hip hop artist? Dream anime studio collab with a hip hop artist.
That's a good question.
You're gonna go last again?
If we're talking about anime studio and artists, I would say Shonen and myself.
All right.
There we go.
That's a really hard question.
I think I'd like to see IG do something with. Okay, this is gonna sound really good, but I'd like to see IG do something with Lil Uzi Vert. And that sounds so. It sounds weird. But he's like, I feel like he's resurrecting this new sort of goth nerd thing, and the IG makes a lot of dark goth type stuff.
All my friends are dead.
And so I think there's something there. There's potential, maybe. And if you see it, then you can credit me as the person who.
Oh man, there's a lot of good studios. That's a good question. That's a good one. I would say Bones and Doom. That's all I can think of. Like, I think, especially with Doom, man, especially since he used to host on Adult Swim and he's a big comic book fan, I think Bones and Doom, Bones like Dead Person, Doom as in Gloom. I think that'd be a good combination. Especially since he's been so quiet lately, I think him to drop something all of a sudden would be pretty cool. I think that would be really surprising, and people would. I think people would lose their heads more. That's me. That's my opinion.
All right, we're gonna do quick rapid fire because I think we're 15 minutes left.
10 minutes.
10 minutes left. All right, so we're not gonna play all these videos, but we're gonna do a quick view of a few clips of stuff that we didn't get to talk about. So we talked about Samurai Champloo, we talked about Afro Samurai. Nobody. If we had more time, we play the clip.
It's on fire shit.
Alright, so sound is not with us right now. We'll try to fix it towards when we're doing questions. But we had to mention Boondocks. It felt like something that finds itself more on the hip-hop side of the spectrum than the anime side of the spectrum, but definitely interviews talk about how this particular scene is influenced from Samurai Champloo. Oh, yeah. So it felt disingenuous not to show this.
Especially since LaShawn Thomas is known just for trying to put hip hop in all of his projects too.
And he's here.
Even in here right now.
He's here.
Yeah, like his Children of Ether series, he got good music producer Mr. Hudson to do the soundtrack for it. It's on Crunchyroll too, so that was pretty dope.
Again, we won't get to play the clip, but we got a stronger video. We had to highlight the Akira references. In case y'all didn't realize that's what's going on throughout the entire thing. It's beautiful. Another thing that we want to play, we may not get to play. As far as I'm concerned, this is 1996, the release of Iron Man, Ghostface debut album. As far as I'm concerned, this is the first hip-hop AMV in existence. Because what he ends up doing is playing, and we don't have sound, he does Speed Racer over Daytona 500. Again, we wish we had sound, but we have to acknowledge this. The Woo really birthed all of this culture as far as I'm concerned. As we keep going on, Tokatsu DJ, although not directly hip-hop, DJ culture is
Obviously part of hip hop culture.
the four elements. So this, I think, started airing earlier this year or end of last year. It's a god manga around DJing, a guy who's actually pursuing that. Again, no sound, so we're not going to go through that. And then we have two things we're going to try to play, one from Noveliss and one clip from Tephlon Funk. But while we figure out sound, we want to open up to you guys. Any questions? Can we see hands? The questions?
If we just make a line here in the middle, and then I guess we can just sit here and write it back. Or, yeah.
You mentioned Lupe Fiasco was really well known for yoga playing. I was wondering if anyone can put the connection between the fighting game community and hip hop community. Because Flying Lotus and the moniker Happy Murphy and even Metro, they all sample Street Fighter 2. And the soundtrack for Street Fighter 3 is very hip hop influence.
Yes.
And one of the touchstones of the fighting game community in the United States was Chinatown, where you also had that very fighting game fans, hip hop fans, and anime fans.
So again, for all your listeners who are catching that, he's asking about Street Fighter specific legacy with hip hop, and I'm going to open up to our panelists who want to kind of chime in.
Yeah, Third Strike got a huge hip hop influence on it, and to be honest, like a lot of Third Strike kind of influenced Tephlon Funk. So I definitely agree with you on that. Like I'm a huge, that's like my favorite fighting game of all time. So I fucks with you. I'm sorry for the curse.
Third Strike was like the last one that I bought.
Any last mentions to that one?
That's a really good question.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go straight to the next one.
Right here.
So I guess you guys talked about mostly MCing and I guess a little bit of using South PXR78 for
Yeah.
does. I guess my question is about the other elements of hip hop, the other four pillars. So b-boying specifically and rap as well, right? Like how are those influenced by and influencing anime? I guess I know there were a lot of b-boys, like my crew, for example, did routines with gangs.
Okay.
I know there's like a competition in Villanova that does Pokemon style battle, and that's like Pokemon style theme song. That's like mixed with my DJ there. So what are some things that you know, anyone want to know, or shout out, you know, in doing rap or b-boying?
There's actually a b-boy crew in Detroit called Sons of Anime, and they're dope. And then just real quick, there's an episode of Samurai Champloo that's about graffiti, and they have like a graffiti battle, so it's definitely there for for sure. So that was a real good question.
All right, next question.
Your answers for the question about what's going to be your dream collaboration for anime studios and artists were really good. But I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed I didn't hear anything from like studio Gainax or Trigger. I was actually wondering if you guys had any thoughts on Trigger, like an anime like Gurren Lagann, artists Kaku, Saki, these are artists who got a lot of hip hop influences in his music, a lot of rap songs, like that song in the entire soundtrack of Gurren Lagann.
Rah, rah, fight the power.
Yeah.
You guys had any thoughts on that, or if you guys yeah.
We need someone equally as eccentric to match Gainax, so I'm gonna see if anyone just has a quick answer. I think we might have to call it after this question. We'll probably be outside so we can answer everybody else's question, but we won't be able to answer it on live. So
I wanted to respond to your question because I had to do a little bit of research, but I don't know if you remember Streets of Rage. I wanted to look it up to be sure. Streets of Rage and Streets of Rage 2 was influenced a lot by hip hop, especially Streets of Rage, house and jungle music, which is surprising. And I just looked it up. Yozu Koshiro, who's the composer, he used a lot of hip hop influences in both of those. If you've never heard of it, if you've never played it, I encourage you to go ahead and do it because you could like throw a party with that soundtrack. I'm telling you, it's good.
all right, so the last four, you guys gonna have to meet us outside because we have to wrap up. So there are quick few things I want us to end on. Firstly, I want each person to, can you give a round of applause for our amazing panelists? And we're going to have everyone tell us where we can find them, where we can find their music, and we're going to see if we can get the sound going for at least 2 of the videos that we have. So, everyone kind of sign off.
I'm Noveliss. You can follow me on Twitter at Noveliss, THE, and on Facebook at Noveliss, NOVELISS. And I got some CDs with me. If you guys want to get some CDs, you come see me outside. And
Yeah, tell them about the new job as well, quickly, so we can
tell them. Oh yeah, man, I got a project, and it's like a dedication to Ninja Bells, and the artwork is like these 2 guys are 2 of my best friends that passed. And it's if you open it, it's a manga style art, and it's everybody is reimagined as Samurai Champloo characters on the inside. So check it out.
Man. Well, you can find me on Twitter at Valerie Complex, how it's spelled up there. I'm also on Instagram at Valerie_Complex. You can also Google me. I've written articles all over the place. We can debate on Twitter. We can talk about what you like, what you don't like. If you don't like me, we can meet up somewhere. I'm open to discuss anime because there's a lot that I still need to learn. I'm not caught up on current things right now, so reach out or say hi outside. I don't bite.
Yeah, you can follow us at Tephlon Funk on tephlonfunk.com. It's Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter. I don't handle it though, my little sister does, so please be nice to her. She's only 17. So another thing too, I have a table at Artist Alley. I'm at table L3, so we have Tephlon Funk merchandise. We have the soundtrack with Fat John, who worked on Samurai Champloo. That's my boy. But yeah, just come swing by. I'll be here all weekend.
We're going to try one last time to see if we can play clips from both Tephlon Funk and some of Noveliss' thing. If we don't get it, please meet us in back. We're going to make sure that we can do some version of that. And just in case, as we're also wrapping up, my name is Marcus Wolfe, the Wolves Den 25.
Victoria Johnson, Miss Old School, and
if you want to find us on social media, Nerds on Hip Hop, anywhere. We're on SoundCloud, YouTube, wherever. First, can we just say thank you guys for coming.
yeah, you guys Can I just say, when I left, I went upstairs to get Stephane, and there was like maybe 15 people outside, and I came back and it was packed. I was like, where did everyone come from? So thank you guys for coming out. We really appreciate you.
So, yes, thank you guys so much.